everyone, welcome back to Instant Pot with Poonam and back to the Roots series. This one is a really good one because a lot of people have requested it, and we've kind of done it in the test kitchen and wanted to make sure we taught you guys how to do it in Instant Pot. So we're going to be making Daar Dhokli. It's a famous thing in my household. My dad loves to eat it, but it's a really difficult process because you have multiple pots and things like that. But we figured out how to do it in the Instant Pot and wanted to show you guys how to do it. So let's get started with the ingredients that you'll need for the whole thing, and then we'll get to the step-by-step process in just a little bit. So you're gonna need some dry red chilies, asafoetida, some jiru or cumin, some rye. I also have, we call limri in Gujarati, but it's curry leaves, diced tomatoes, chilies, ground up ginger, some turani dar, which is what you make the dar with, base of the dar. You have salt, turmeric, red chili powder. We have some lemon juice, some peanuts, brown sugar, sesame seeds, some cilantro for later on. And then for the actual dough, you're going to need some wheat flour, salt, red chili powder, cumin, turmeric, and some garlic, as well as water and oil over here. So it's going to be a little bit of a step-by-step process, but just stay with us so that you can actually get the whole dish and know how to do it. So when you're with your Instant Pot, you're going to go ahead and make sure you're on saute mode. So I turned it on for you guys, so it's already heated up and you don't have to wait. You're going to pour some oil into the Instant Pot. So I've already done that as well, so it heats up for you. But you can see that the oil has moved to the outer rim of the actual Instant Pot. And so now what you're going to do is first tempura the spices, and then we'll get to making the dar. So you're going to take your rye and your jiru and you're kind of just sprinkle it into the oil. And you'll find that it sizzles a bit. And I'm just going to cover it up so nothing pops up in my face. And then you're going to take your asafoetida and also do the same thing. Try to stay away from the middle of the pot because the oil has moved away. So you just don't want to have it stuck on the middle part of that rim. So let that sit for a second. And then we're going to go ahead and add the curry leaves or the limri. And this will splash because it's washed. So you'll see that I'll have to quickly cover it up as soon as I'm done throwing it in. It'll splash really high, so just make sure you cover it. And while it's doing that, I do like to stir it, but kind of stay away from it when you're stirring it and cover it back up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off saute mode over here so that the rye doesn't burn. You're going to add in your tomatoes. And now it's just a pure dump and go for the dar part. So we're going to go ahead and take this. Chilies and garlic. Oh, sorry, chilies and ginger. I always do that. Alrighty. Mix that up real good, and then we're going to add in the water. Stir that up. Make sure nothing's stuck on the bottom because you want to avoid that burn sign when you're actually on the pressure cook mode. So you're going to take the lid, close it up, make sure your seal is in really good and fit. If you have a loose ring, don't use it. Make sure you buy some new ones. You don't want a loose ring because it's actually very unsafe. All right, so you're going to go to your manual mode. Make sure it's on high pressure, and you're going to go to 15 minutes. So I have to scroll down to 15. And so while that's cooking, we're going to get to show you how to actually make the dough, and then the step in creating the dough, and then also the pieces and stuff that you'll need for that. So we'll show you that while this is cooking so we can actually multitask. All right, so the next part to making the dough, so I have my wheat flour. You're going to dump all the ingredients in here. Make sure I grab everything. And I've washed my hands, or you could use your fork, whatever you want. You're going to take some oil and drizzle it inside, and then you're just going to kind of massage the oil within the flour and spread all the ingredients through it. And you're going to make the dough a little bit firm. It's not going to be as soft, like, for example, as if you're making rotli. So I've spread all that in there real nice. And then you're going to take your water, and you're just going to kind of build the flour as you go. You don't want to dump it all at once. So I kind of just pour some and I work through it. All right, so I went ahead and added just some water on my hands to like coat it, but you can see that it's nice and clean. Your bowl doesn't have any loose flour, so you kind of know it is also really kind of tough, which is better for when we're making Daar Dhokli. And so once you've added all the water and everything in, I usually take a little bit of oil and just coat it on my hand, and I'll coat the exterior part of it and just massage it on the top. And then I'll go get my supplies, and we're actually gonna roll out the dough and cut it into pieces. So I'm gonna go grab all that. All right, so what I did was after I coated it with the oil, I just divided it into 3 different parts. And so I went and grabbed my supply. So what you'll need is something to roll it out on, as well as your pin. So I use this. You could use a pizza one if you have a roller. And then I have a container with all-purpose flour. So that way it doesn't get stuck to the actual surface of this. So I'm just gonna coat it with the all-purpose flour. And you may hear my Instant Pot go off because remember the daar's being cooked right now. So we're doing it in real time. So you're basically gonna roll this out and then to a little bit thin consistency or thickness. And then we're gonna use a pizza cutter and actually cut it into smaller pieces. All right, so we went ahead and rolled out the dough for the Daar Dhokli, and then you're basically gonna take that and just cut it into smaller pieces. Some people can do like the fancy diamonds. I'm not really good at it yet, but I know that some of the moms can do it. Let's try it. I always crack myself up with this. Oh, I got some. The little things in life. All right, so you're gonna do that with all of the tortillas that you've made. I guess we can call them tortillas, dough. And just kind of spread them out because once the daar is done, we'll use these a little bit later. So just kind of keep them on the side. All right, everyone, so the timer went off for the daar. We went ahead and took the steam out. While it was also cooking, we made the dough pieces, but I also went and grabbed my hand blender. And so that we can get the texture of daar just right. So you're gonna open up the Instant Pot. And then also just keep a little bit of water next to you because we're gonna check the consistency of this. And if we need a little bit more, then we'll add some water. Just depending on how you favor your daar, thicker or thinner. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit. I don't think I need to add very much, but we'll add just a little bit. And then I'll blend that up. All right, so I went ahead and blended it up till I like the smooth texture, as well as I add a little bit of water just to make the daar a little bit thinner. So now you're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the stuff in. So you're gonna add your lemon or lemon juice, the sugar, brown sugar, and the nuts. And just stir that up really good so that it spreads through the daar. And then your last step to the Daar Dhokli is to actually add in the dough that we cut up very nicely. Just kind of throw, oops, messy. Throw that in. And stir up the pieces so that it goes through the daar. You don't want it to lump up. So I kind of break the pieces apart because they may get stuck to each other. And then you're basically gonna close up the Instant Pot. This is your last step to this whole dish. You're gonna close up the pot, make sure your seal is on right. Close up the lid, close the vent. You're gonna go to manual mode. Well, I'm gonna turn this off. Manual mode. And you're gonna scroll down to 2 minutes. Yes, 2 minutes, that's it. And then we'll take the steam out and we'll be ready to eat and show you what this looks like. Okay, everyone, so the 2-minute timer went off and we went ahead and released the steam for you. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up and give it a nice stir. Oh, it looks really good, actually. Can't wait. I usually like to eat this with yogurt and some extra lemon, so I'm sure everyone has their own preference. But you can go ahead and pull some out into a plate. But you can see that everything's cooked up really nice. The daar is a really nice color as well. I like mine with a little extra daar in it, so I'm gonna put some more. And then you can put a little bit of cilantro on top if you want. But there you go, Daar Dhokli in the Instant Pot. Who knew you could do all of it in one thing? Not extra pots, no extra cleaning. So go ahead and try it and let us know how it goes. But I hope to see your pictures and can't wait to see your success. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the Daar Dhokli video for the Back to the Roots series. Go ahead and reference the left-hand side for any videos that you may be interested in. Down at the bottom, you'll see the subscribe button. It's red and white. It's free. Punch it so you can get all of our past videos and future videos. And our website link is down there so you can get all of the ingredients as well as quantities so you can make all the dishes with us.